Welcome to the Soccer Huddle. This is your boy Mujere. Yeah, I know Kalegesa Shuti, Kalegesa Glazzy, but it is International Week. We can't be speaking about international football that a lot of people don't actually enjoy, but there's that minority that enjoy the international football. But anyways, we're not here to talk about that. Obviously, my club, that would make headlines during the international week. Manchester United, we've just learned this weekend, Sheikh Jim has withdrawn his bid to buy Manchester United, has withdrawn his bid for 100% ownership of Manchester United. His bid is estimated to be at least 2.2 billion over market value, with an additional 1.3 to be invested in the team in terms of structure, in terms of stadiums, facilities, training. So the Glazers refused to take his money. Instead, what we left with is that guy, Sir Jim. Sir Jim buying 25% of the club, a stake in the team, where he thinks, and his people and his followers that I've seen on social media over this past few days, or his followers actually think that him buying 25% is actually good for Manchester United. Like someone wanted to buy the whole team. Someone wanted to buy the whole team. It's like you are selling your house. Someone says, okay, I'll buy your house. The whole house, your house, everything in it. I'm giving you money and then you bounce. Then someone else comes and says, no, get like a room inside your house. So you're staying with someone, you're staying with the owners, but you only own that particular room, your room. It's in the house, but you only own the room and you think you are the owner of the house. How are you the owner of the house if you only owning a room in a 5-bedroom house? You only owning one room. The name on the title deed, it is not yours. It is the... We've seen the dream. Like I'm telling you, is that we've seen the dream. We've seen the blueprint. Manchester City have laid the blueprint. Newcastle have laid the blueprint. PSG have laid. We can see the land of the promise of the promise. The one Kanana. We've seen Kanana. We can see Canaan there. Ray Chief. We are there. But unfortunately, our dreams have been crushed. Manchester United will still remain in debt. Manchester United will still remain a top 4 or top 6 team and not a league winning team. Because we've seen, it doesn't matter how good or how well you run your team. Because as far as I know, as far as I've read, Sir Jim wants to run the team well. He wants to hire Paul Mitchell as his director of football. He wants to hire the right people. Yes, that can only get you to a certain point. Look at how Liverpool have been run. Look at how Arsenal have been run. Liverpool, if it wasn't for Klopp is a good manager. Klopp is like our Alex Figure said. He knew how to run the team with little budget, with his hands tied behind his back. He knew how to win. Now, they are well-run teams, but they don't have the money to compete with Manchester City. Look at how far Manchester City have come from a team that were known as the noisy neighbors of Manchester United to being one of the top teams in Europe this day and age. They've just won 3 league titles in a row. They've just won a treble. Because of what? Because of the money. You need money in this day and age to compete against the best. Liverpool wanted Jude Bellingham, but because they don't have money, FSG couldn't provide that money for them. They couldn't give Klopp 100 million just to go get one player. Look at what they did with that 100 million. They got 4 players. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You can be a well-run team, but it will get you to a certain point. There's a ceiling if you don't have money, but you're running your team well. Are you guys honestly telling me that Brighton would win the EPL anytime soon? Because Brighton, we've all known. We've all heard from all the managers, everyone, it is a well-run team. The academy is well, the scouts, everything, it is well-run. But are you telling me in the next 5 years, the way Brighton is being run, are you guys saying they're going to win the league? I don't think so. I do not think so, because you cannot compete with Manchester City when it comes to getting one of the best players. Manchester City can decide now, Pep tomorrow, Mbappe, and they can just back him. They can give him the money, go fetch Mbappe. That's the model that Manchester City, Newcastle, PSG have. And now we are stuck with the Glazers, with an old man. Bamo promises a 25%. With his plan is for 3 years, he was going to buy the whole team. How? So now the question was raised to the 1.2 billion that he's going to buy the team from. Where is he going to get it? Because he doesn't have the money at the stands. So he's going to borrow them. If he's going to borrow the money, who's going to pay back the money that he's borrowing to buy the team that is already in debt? So the team that is in debt is supposed to pay that loan. We'll hear on Thursday. There's apparently a board meeting on Thursday where the board members will decide if they will take Sir Jim's offer. But as it stands, he's the only man, last man standing, and he's obviously going to win. Let me know what you think as well. Even if you're not a Manchester United fan, you're a Liverpool fan, you're an Arsenal fan, me and you guys were in the same boat. We need money. We need money to compete with the likes of Manchester City, Real Madrid, and PSG. We've seen what money can do. We've seen what money can do. And Manchester United, we were almost at the promised land. We were there. But we are stuck with the Glazers again. Let me know. Remember to like, share, and comment on the video. Until we meet again.